Hello and welcome from richmindhypnosis.com, the latest catalogs of cutting-edge hypnotherapy. This is Jesse Berg, this session's hypnotist. And with some of these more new sessions, the introduction here is shorter. I just recommend that you do listen to the pre-talk that was sent to you, or contact us at administrator@richmindhypnosis.com to get it emailed to you again. This will go over some general understanding and preparation, so we do not need to spend too much time here, other than to get prepared and excited to very shortly experience some relaxing changes. The only thing I will suggest now is that you do open your mind and at least on some level now accept there is a possibility of change and allow some cooperation to surface in an honest effort to do your part to get results and some great relaxation at the same time. The first step now is to be in a quiet, comfortable place where you will not be disturbed for some time. Lay back, get ready to listen, and shortly after the first few words, you will be asked to close your eyes and relax. So, realize these are not to be listened to while driving an automobile. They do induce an eyes closed state of hypnosis. So go ahead and prepare your area, get comfortable, and your session will begin in a few moments. Remember, each listening is unique, and you will be able to remain alert enough to keep from sleeping, yet maintain a nice, relaxed state of mind. Thank you. Go ahead and just close your eyes and start to relax. As we begin, you can just remain as comfortable as possible for now, and be aware for a moment here the position of your body, where your arms are, where your feet are pointed, your breathing. And let that begin to take you a little more relaxed as we continue. You can also be aware of any sounds and silence around you that come and go, fade in and out, while slowly allowing all sounds to fade more and more into the distance. Deeper and deeper. There really is something about going into a relaxed level of hypnosis at your own rate, gently yet effectively. It seems to meet you where you are right now, merging with every cell of your mind and body, and then taking you in and guiding you the rest of the way. Just like a leaf on the ground underneath a tree that at some point, to get where it is now, had to float from the top all the way down, further and further, with new scenery at each turn, until finally it landed softly where it lays now, in a relaxed position on the ground. And there is something certain about getting to the relaxed state of mind. just as the leaf was a part of the tree and always will be, but on some level, for a short time, still separate. Separate from tension, separate from stress, from negativity, and just in the same way, the leaf has its own way of communicating to the nature around it, that it's exactly where it belongs. Your mind communicates with your body. Now, to relax just a little more with each word, and let your body sleep and your mind relax, and yet stay just alert enough for the remainder to hear all of the words in this session. And while we continue, it is possible to become aware of your arms, how they feel now, and are beginning to feel more relaxed, while you may become aware of your shoulders and any tension that is beginning to drain, and then slowly, briefly focus on your face and how that feels, and indeed, even your facial muscles can relax now. Just before becoming aware of your breathing, becoming more rhythmic, and right after noticing your legs, how they feel now, and anything is the right answer. And before moving on, how your legs will go ahead and just relax without any effort from you, while taking your attention for a moment to your feet and the relaxation, developing as they relax and fold out. And you can also become aware, maybe for the first time, of the space between your feet, and a subtle connection between your feet within, side, the space, and breathing. Focus on your breathing as your automatic guide into an even further and deeper level of peace and quiet, as all and any remaining tensions make their way out of your mind and body. You can imagine, see, or pretend fairly well, and imagine yourself standing at the bottom of a stairwell. You stand peacefully at the bottom of this stairwell, relaxed, confident, safe, and secure. And look back up the stairwell, knowing at some point you had to come down the stairs. Starting at the top, you took a step down, beginning to notice a growing sense of well-being, tension-free, light, clarity, and then each of the next steps took you a little further down, another, and then another, until you reached the bottom and arrived at your destination, where you stand now. Letting each breath take you more relaxed. Letting each word take you into an awareness separate from tension, stress, and anything other than an always developing self-awareness, well-being, peaceful state of mind where you can just be. There is nothing else to do for now. So letting go, breathing and relaxing. Letting go, breathing and relaxing is what you can do until I finish speaking. Letting go, breathing and relaxing. Now, just before we begin the hypnosis session of choice, you can take your attention to your facial muscles and allow them to let go of any small amount of remaining tension. Take your attention to your shoulders and allow anything other than comfort to leave. And take your attention to your arms, just noticing as they enter into a sleep-like state for the remainder of the session. And go ahead and become aware of your legs, and they too let go of anything other than a peaceful relaxation. Remember a time from the past, near or far, and remember when you saw a friend, co-worker, perhaps a family member, or even yourself, try so hard to get something they wanted. They wanted something so bad, tried and tried, and everyone knew that the best thing to do was just keep trying. A deeper, inner part of you knew that something just didn't seem right. You saw something that seemed to be getting in the way, but couldn't put your finger on it. And then a moment came when that person almost gave up, taking a step back to reconsider the situation. And then almost instantly they got what they wanted. The almost desperate effort was released, and then everything was able to align and go where it needed to. It seems that they just needed to stand back for a second, let go, and receive what they wanted. Today, for the next few minutes that follow, you can, in some way, the same way, let go, and let everything align in the best way possible. And now, enjoy your relaxation as we continue momentarily. Happiness is a seemingly intangible thing, yet we can at every moment. Notice if we are feeling our version of happiness or not. It is subjective. It depends on many variables, from our version of happiness all the way to the limits we put on our experience as to when and why we can feel happiness. And considering every person has the right and natural sense to have their own version of happiness, this hypnosis session will accomplish giving you the suggestions to feeling happiness on the deepest, most simple levels all the time. And then you will adjust, acclimate, and understand your own versions and rules to feeling a feeling called happiness on all the other levels differently than ever before. We will go all the way back to our deepest roots today. In a relatively short time, and gain a new glowing understanding about feeling good. And most importantly, you will remember your natural state of happiness and wonder why you ever left it. Happiness again. Just relax and let each of the next phrases take you more relaxed each time. And more relaxed than the time before. And your deeper mind is starting to remember your natural happiness and more relaxed. Your deeper mind is starting to remember. 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 More relaxed. Your deeper mind is starting to remember. And your deeper mind is starting to remember. And relax as we continue. Happiness is often attached unnecessarily to conditions. You can start to become aware of those in life. You can see when you are happy. You can see when you are not happy. Because something in time has not happened yet. But happiness is not dependent on time. We can see when we imagine and daydream of times when we will be happier, because something will change. But we can be happy before, during, and after those desired changes. You can begin to see that now. We can see that today we are so busy we have not taken care of ourselves. Do you get frustrated when someone special to you doesn't seem to be listening? Imagine now how yourself feels when even you don't take the time to listen. You are starting to see that happiness is eternal. This will become more clear as we continue. There is no time clause on feeling good, and from this day forward, your mind can become aware and point out to you when to slow down. And remember, happiness is natural. Unhappiness has to be created with thoughts, expectations, and yet we can have thoughts, expectations, and still be happy if we take the time to see that part within ourselves. From now on, for you, happiness has no time clause. 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 And happiness has no time clause. And go deeper. Imagine now a personal courtroom deep within inside your mind, through a doorway inside your imagination, and see, imagine, feel, and hear this courtroom as a room full of people filling this courtroom. And today, the court wants to decide your ability to feel happiness. There are yells from the courtroom saying you can be happy once you accomplish something regarding money. There is another yell saying you can feel happiness when you get others to respect you. You start to wonder which way to go. There is another yell from the crowd in this courtroom that says you can feel happiness when you buy the next thing that others will admire you for. Each time you hear a new condition on happiness, it becomes more confusing. And some actually seem to make sense, but your inner essence seems to conflict with even making a decision in this loud, demanding courtroom. And you finally realize you can't decide anything here. So you walk right out of this courtroom and into the world outside of it. And instantly, there is silence. There are no demands out here. You thought you would come out here to make a decision on happiness. But now, in this silence, you know there is no decision that needs to be made. You can just go about in this world, outside of the courtroom, allowing your happiness to grow with each new experience. You walk further out and into the endless sky above, the fresh air, and a world free from what was going on before. You can let each of the next phrases take you more deeply each time you hear it, and you will just let your happiness breathe. Just let your happiness breathe. Just let your happiness breathe. While you just let your happiness breathe. And just let your happiness breathe. And go more deeply relaxed while noticing your next refreshing breath. Relieved and relaxed. Let yourself relax just a touch more as you start to imagine see or picture now a little newborn baby, and it just comes to mind instantly. This baby looks how your mind pictures and imagines a newborn baby. Very cute. A little smile on the baby's face. And you notice a part of you that responds to this now. It is like a knee-jerk response that you smile and feel that certain feeling as you watch this little baby. Just moment to moment in peace. And there are some things that are true about this baby. You see their little outfit, soft baby skin, and these truths are that this baby has not yet learned to know what conditional happiness is yet. Those things still have to be created. This baby doesn't even know what anger, jealousy, or an accomplishment is. And you can see this baby and just wonder about what I say next. Would you tell this baby they shouldn't feel happy yet? They don't even have a job yet. This baby doesn't have a car or their own place yet, as you watch. How much sense does it make to think this baby shouldn't just be happy as it naturally is before achieving anything? And as you feel that part of you that knows this eternal truth, let each of the next statements take you deeper relaxed as you focus on the rhythm of your breathing and happiness exists outside of accomplishments and expectations. Happiness exists by itself. Happiness exists by itself. Happiness exists by itself. While happiness exists by itself. And happiness exists by itself. And relax as we continue. As you see again, just as it was, immediately, that baby again. See and watch this innocent, soft baby, and remember what you saw and realized about this baby and the natural happiness that is evident in this baby. And now you are about to realize something very powerful. This baby was once you. Continue watching. And as you do, and now know this baby was once you, you are aware that this baby that was once you is still you, deep within inside yourself. You started this way, grew, learned, decided, and somewhere along the way, you forgot that this was you. And now you remember your natural right to unconditional happiness. As the image of the baby from the past fades from your mind back to inside you, where the true you has always been, and relax. You grew from that baby into early times when you still held on to that unconditional happiness. A couple years old, and then slowly you got even older and learned a little more, and now you are here, listening and remembering and wondering why you ever left. Growing up is normal. Forgetting happiness is not. And you can keep your natural happiness. 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 And you can keep your natural happiness. Relaxing. The only thing that ever caused you to forget was the increasing demands, the expectations, the act of comparing to those who seem happier, and then you just had too much to do, to accomplish, before you would allow yourself the right for natural happiness again. But it is back now. Your happiness belongs to you in your own way. Your happiness belongs to you. Your happiness belongs to you. Your happiness belongs to you. And your happiness belongs to you. And feeling great. Now, the next few minutes will be the most important part of this session each time you listen. And just relax more as you get ready now. We will begin some time of silence, and during this silence that follows, just allow the music to take you deeper relaxed. With each breath, in and out, and relax and soak in your new awareness of your natural happiness. Just watch, don't analyze, and watch the responses that come up within you and then drift off. With the silence, observe the part of you that has been reawakened until I speak again. And when I do, you can go more relaxed and begin. And now, again, bring your awareness back here, and each day something reminding you of natural happiness comes to your awareness. Each day, something reminding you of natural happiness comes to your awareness. Each day, something reminding you of natural happiness comes to your awareness. While from this moment forward, each day, something reminding you of natural happiness comes to your awareness, and each day something reminding you of natural happiness comes to your awareness, and we continue. Soon I will begin counting from 1 to 6, and with each number up, become a little more alert, and slowly coming up from hypnosis until I reach the final number, when you will finally be totally alert, refreshed, and feeling better in every way. And 1. Slowly, just a little bit emerged now, your deeper mind has remembered your natural happiness. 2, gently a little more alert. Become aware of the awakening of your body, the feeling of your limbs. And now you know that happiness has no time clause. And 3, a little more, about halfway now, and you saw the little baby. That was you. And 4, even more alert still, very relaxed, and you can look forward to letting your happiness breathe. And 5, knowing now that your happiness is yours only, and your responsibility. And on the next count, you can become totally alert, noticing how great you feel. And 6, eyes open, feeling great, and now you know that you just forgot, but now you remember. Your natural born right to happiness. Just because you are you. You did great. I hope you are very proud of yourself. And you can become aware over the next few days, especially, that you will be reminded of these new learnings in comfortable little ways. Something will cause you to smile for no reason. Remembering. Indeed, you remember. Even in years to come, from time to time, you will remember. And it is a life of happiness that now awaits you, even with the ups and downs. And I want to thank you for remembering richmindhypnosis.com when it comes to yours, your friends, and family's happiness. Thank you, and enjoy this state of mind, along with the background music, for as long as you want, to just meditate on all of the new changes within. Thank you.